The air reeked of gunpowder and sweat. Bodies lay scattered in tall grass. Some had no scalps, some had no faces. Others still clutched empty rifles, as if death had come mid-trigger. This wasn't a battlefield. It was a slaughterhouse. And yet, just hours earlier, General George Armstrong Custer had believed he was marching toward glory. It was June 25, 1876. The sun scorched the hills of southern Montana Territory as the 7th Cavalry approached the valley of the Little Bighorn River. Custer's orders were clear: confront the gathering Lakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho before they could slip away. But what Custer didn't know, what no one in his command fully grasped, was that this wasn't a scattered band of warriors. It was a gathering of thousands. After years of broken treaties, land theft, and forced relocation, the Sioux and their allies had had enough. Under the spiritual leadership of Sitting Bull and the tactical brilliance of Crazy Horse, tribes had united in a rare, defiant stand. They weren't fleeing. They were waiting. Custer had split his force into 3 columns, confident in his plan. He believed he was facing maybe 800 warriors. In truth, he was walking into the largest native encampment ever seen on the Great Plains, nearly 2,000 seasoned fighters, and perhaps 8,000 women and children. When Custer and his men crested the ridge and looked down, they didn't see disorganized tents. They saw a nation gathered. Fires burned, horses grazed, and the war drums had already begun. Still, Custer charged. The attack came too fast for the full cavalry to support each other. Major Reno's unit was overwhelmed at the river. Captain Benteen never reached Custer in time. The 210 men with Custer were isolated, hemmed in by rolling hills and encircled within minutes. The native warriors moved like shadows, on foot, on horseback, from the ridges and gullies, closing in from all sides. Gunfire echoed across the bluffs, but the cavalry's Springfield carbines, slow-loading, single-shot rifles, were no match for the warriors' repeating rifles, bows, and sheer numbers. Bullets ran dry. Men switched to pistols, then knives, then fists. By late afternoon, the shooting stopped, because there was no one left to shoot. Every single man under Custer's immediate command was dead. Some were found with as many as 5 bullets in them, shot and shot again. Others had been stripped, scalped, or mutilated in traditional acts of ritual vengeance. Wounds not of cruelty, but defiance. They had come not just to fight, but to make a statement. This was Lakota land, and they would not go quietly. Back at the river, Reno and Benteen survivors held off wave after wave of assault, bunkered on a hilltop with dwindling ammunition and no food or water. They endured the night, watching fires burn in the distance. They knew what they meant. Custer was gone. On June 27th, a relief column finally reached them. What they found at Custer's final stand chilled even the most hardened soldiers. Men lay in every direction, some in clusters, some alone, their faces frozen in grimaces of rage or fear. Custer himself was found with 2 bullet wounds, one in the chest and one in the temple. His body was stripped, but not scalped. Some say it was a mark of respect. Others say it was luck. Either way, his myth was born in death. The press dubbed it Custer's Last Stand. But to the Lakota and Cheyenne, it was a victory long overdue, a defense of land, life, and dignity. The triumph wouldn't last. Within a year, the U.S. Army unleashed a relentless campaign of revenge. Tribes were hunted, broken, starved. Sitting Bull fled to Canada. Crazy Horse surrendered, only to be stabbed to death under a flag of peace. The plains were quiet again, but the ground near the Little Bighorn still holds the silence of that day. A battlefield where 2 visions of America collided, and one was nearly erased. The bones are buried now, the blood washed clean, but the earth remembers. Thank you for listening to Deserted Trails. Subscribe for more forgotten stories from the old frontier.